Okay, so you've heard about American Express's great service. You've heard about the fact that they're willing to potentially 3x your limits early on in your relationship with them. You've also heard about the fact that you can scale up with American Express relatively quickly with the lowest barrier of entry. They typically don't hard pull you for much else in their ecosystem once you're in it. You've heard all these great things. You want to make American Express your primary focus point when getting access to capital and your banking relationship. How do you do that effectively to maximize your access to American Express's financial resources that they have available for their best clients? We're going to talk about how to do that in about a year's time. So the focus point is going to be the big four that I preach on this channel and the fundamentals of the content I cover on this channel: being identifiable, verifiable, bankable, lendable. When you can cross those thresholds in that order, you can maximize any banking relationship to its highest potential. American Express is no different. Identifying and being verifiable are two things that you need to have in place before you launch any banking relationship. So we're not going to focus on those two in this video, but bankable and lendable, we are right now. So what does being bankable look like? Being bankable looks like finding out what financial tools that institution has available that you're looking to expand and grow with, and using as much of it as you possibly can to your benefit. So American Express has a personal checking account, high yield savings. They have CDs. They have business checking accounts. They have business lines of credit. And of course, they have business and personal credit and charge cards. They have a pretty robust ecosystem. I also have already released a video that American Express is even partnered in for mortgages. So keep tuned in and check that video out as well. But this is just another arena, another avenue for you to exercise the relationship with American Express. They're going to pay attention to all of that. So you want to use as much of those services as you possibly can. The easiest pathway is getting in on the deposit side, personal checking, high yield savings. And if you already have an active business, or if you're a gig worker or freelancer, get in on the business side as well. Do so only when you have the balances or direct deposits, the cash flow to do so. It's not as effective to start these relationships and put a few dollars in, or $100 in, or $200 and never go back again. That's not really that effective. Relationship banking is a give and take game. You want to give American Express reason to believe you're a high quality client. And that doesn't mean you have to have tens and tens of thousands of dollars there. But it definitely helps to be in a position where you can put maybe $1,000, $2,000 in balances in a couple different accounts. So if you're on the personal side and you're starting there and don't have your business going yet, start with the business checking and high yield savings. Try to get at least $1,000 to $2,000 into those accounts. Be willing to let them sit. Do the same thing on the business side if you can afford to do so. If you don't have that kind of money, but you can afford to put a direct deposit in there, that's fine as well. Banks love that as well. So once you get those things going, then you're going to test the pre-approval tool with American Express, if you're not already in, of course, and see what you qualify for. They have a phenomenal pre-approval tool that it will literally tell you if you're approved for the card or not without a hard pull. Exercise that once you've established the deposit relationship. Why am I emphasizing that? Because the deposit relationship is almost certainly going to make an impact on the lending relationship. What American Express may be willing to give you completely cold turkey on the lending side if you're not banking with them, versus what they're going to be willing to give you if you have a deposit relationship that's at least maybe 60 to 90 days old, some okay balances in there, and you haven't done anything else alarming or triggering to them. They're able to verify and identify who you are. You look low risk. This is going to increase the likelihood of American Express approving you for their credit cards and at what limits they approve you for. So yes, you could go in cold turkey and go straight for the credit cards, but you're almost certainly going to be missing out on maybe better limits or other great features and benefits if you had went the deposit route. You're giving the bank something first. Deposits are like, assets in a sense, or, it's a sense of value on their books. This allows them the ability to go out and take your money and make money. So this is why you want to start being bankable with American Express first. Then you want to ask for access to capital, because now you've become a risk. Now you're a profit center for them, but you're a risk. So you want to put some skin in the game on the deposit side. Do the same strategy for personal and business. It's a soft, easy, simple way to get in with American Express at the highest level if you keep this going and keep that ecosystem built out, in a year's time, that's long enough for your business to have been in business. If you have one, if you start at that point in time, you have a deposit relationship on a personal side that's a year old. American Express has a ton of data points at this point in time now to be able to look at you as a low risk, high potential customer. And at that point in time, they're gonna give you everything that you qualify for. Go in the other way around, just borrowing from them. If you go in and you're not showing any deposit activity, if you're going in and you're not paying down your credit card balances at a healthy rate, just different behaviors and things you may have habits going on, American Express could see you as a higher risk or a low profit potential and start to cut off the supply line, if you understand what I'm saying. I want to give you guys a quick overview blueprint of how to navigate American Express and honestly any other banking relationship. But I wanted to cover American Express in particular because of their high growth potential and the fact that they don't have a bunch of complicated products. They got a handful on the personal side, a handful on the business side, and they're mostly in the lending space. It was a really simple overview to be able to cover. Comment down below and let me know, what did you learn in this video? Let me know what your relationship with American Express looks like and what strategies you've employed to have success with American Express. To all my pioneers, welcome back. To my new viewers, welcome in. Want to learn more about myself and the channel? Start in the description section and work your way to the About section. Other than that, subscribe, like, share it with someone who can get value from it. I want y'all to stay focused, stay in motion. I'll see y'all soon. This is JP from Blueprint for Prosperity Network, a channel dedicated to helping you increase your net worth through relationship banking, maximizing your borrowing capacity, the proper use of life insurance, and the ownership of real estate. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading content on a daily basis to help you customize your blueprint for prosperity.